Good day to each and everyone. I am Ashrafa M. Malawi. Today I will be discussing about Chapter 2 entitled Approaches Used in Developing Thesis Statements. Before we start, let me give you a short discussion about thesis statement so that you will have a better understanding about it. According to Habrace College Handbook, thesis is the central point or the main point or main idea of an essay. Thesis contains your insight about the essay or the main topic. It is the purpose of the essay. When we try to combine thesis plus statement, we will get thesis statement. It is a statement that actually summarizes your main topic or main idea, in which it tells the readers to understand or interpret the importance of the main topic. It should tell the readers also to what is the essay is all about. It is usually one sentence, but some sources say that it contains one or two sentences. It states the main idea or argument of your essay. It provides a roadmap to the argument you will write. Thesis statement is a guide to every readers and tell them what to expect from the rest of the essay. In formulating a thesis statement, you need to be clear and specific as much as possible in order for the readers to get what you are trying to convey to them, and aside from that, to avoid confusion and misunderstanding. So let's proceed on the 6 approaches used in developing thesis statements. For the number 1, we have pro or con approach. It is an approach used to state whether a person is for or against an issue. When we say pro, it is the advantages, positive benefits, or effects of a certain issue. While the con, it is the disadvantages, negative benefits, or effects of a certain issue. So it is up for the writer or the person to which way they're gonna approach. But in pro or con approach, it will be easy and quick way in making decision. It will help you to decide right away in choosing the right and particular path. So, in this given example, we have high school graduates should be required to take a year off to pursue community service projects before entering college in order to increase their maturity and global awareness. So, we have here, so in pro or con, in this given example, we can make a list of the pros and cons. For the pro, for the advantages of the high school graduates, they will earn knowledge. They will be knowledgeable enough in dealing situations like this, just like in taking a part in community service projects. Number 2, it will be a great new experience for all of them. Number 3, their maturity level and global awareness will increase. As for the con, since they will take a year off, it will take a lot of time for them to finish their college. So instead of 4, it will become 5 years for them to finish their college. For the number 2 approach, descriptive approach, it is an approach used to give readers a more vivid topic. When we say vivid, means clear, bright, something like that. So the readers will be able to have a clear, they will be able to see a clear topic by having an accurate idea about the person, thing, idea, or event. For as long as they able to see that certain thing, they will able to give a an accurate idea about that thing. For example, the song suits me like a lullaby does to a baby, or like a warm hug does to a person. So the song is being compared to a lullaby and also a warm hug. So since actually this approach, it most likely to contains it contain or it uses a lot of descriptions. So just like this, the song is being compared to a lullaby then and to a warm hug. As for the number 3, explanatory approach, it is an approach used to explain facts or details by giving examples or clarification. This time, this approach just requires a explanation, a factual explanation about the thing, and by that they giving out a lot of examples in order to prove that the thing that they are explaining is a fact. So for the example, the life of a typical college student is characterized by the time spent in studying, attending classes, and socializing with peers. So since the job of a college student is actually it must be, he or she must be busy with his or her studies, must be punctual enough to attend his or her classes, and at the same time sociable with his friends. So for the number 4, comparative and contrastive approach. It is an approach used to show either the similarities or differences of two ideas, persons, things, or events. At times, both are used. So I know, guys, that you are familiar with Venn diagram. We were most of us tackled that topic when we were in grade 7 level or grade 6. In which we can see wherein there are two circles, and in the middle part, that is where we're gonna fill out the common characteristic or the common thing between two things. So Venn diagram is a great tool in showing or showing the similarities and differences of the two things. So in this example, while both Northerners and Southerners believe they fought against tyranny and oppression, Northerners focused on the oppression of slaves, while Southerners defended their own rights. So we have here the Northerners and Southerners. These are the two things that are being compared to each other. So the Northerners are focused on the oppression of slaves, while the Southerners focused on how they defended their own rights to self-government. So yes, they have different ideas, but we can see that their different idea is their differences with one another, and their similarities are filled out in the middle part, which is that they fought against tyranny and oppression, and that is their similarities. So As for cause and effect approach, it is an approach used to show what causes a phenomenon and or what its effect. So in this approach, before that, cause is the reason why the thing happened, and effect, it is the result of what happened. So, for example, the conflict between the Philippines and China revived many old misunderstandings, which in return affects the overseas worker from both countries. So, the cause here is the conflict between these two countries, which causes to revive many old misunderstandings. And as for the effect, it affects the life of the overseas worker from both countries. So next, let's proceed to the last approach, which is the analytical approach. It is an approach used to give explanation by laying out logical or investigative details. So this approach requires you to give explanation, and at the same time you are analyzing the situation or the topic. So in order to get a logical statements and or investigative details, and to bring a fair outcome or feedback. In this given example, No Limit Tangere and El Filibusterismo triggered the Filipinos to revolt against the Spaniards because Dr. Jose P. Rizal showed the injustices and cruelty of the friars. So these two books of Dr. Jose Rizal contains the violence or the injustices and cruelty of the friars that Spaniards made to us. So by that, the Filipinos got triggered and they want to revolt against the Spaniard, or they want to rebel against the Spaniards. So I think that's for all today. If you have any questions regarding my report, please do not hesitate to contact me through my email or Facebook Messenger. I am hoping that I can able to answer all of your questions, and I think that's it. So goodbye everyone.